I can spell it for you.
A lot of questions get answered about the guard this year, which I enjoyed, because Dwight could possibly be involved with the guard, and there's some issues and there's some questions. And what I really enjoyed about this season is a lot of knots get tied, but there's a whole lot of other strings that are hanging, waiting to be tied up. So.
Yes, by tying knots, they create other loose ends, and
on the other
just
side.
Yeah.
So questions will be answered about the guard.
Yeah. What can we tell you? I don't know. I mean,
and it could involve a shirtless scene.
Yes, there's a little bit of guard nudity.
Yeah. I've tried not to let women come between my bromances. I don't know. It'll be interesting. That's one of the great things about it. There's a lot of different directions it could go. But there is some history between Jordan and Dwight, and it looks like there's some history about to begin.
Yes, there's some history being made.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Between Nathan and Jordan. So,
Right.
I mean, it could.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that we have this relationship where we're friends on the show, and I like the fact that Dwight and Nathan, they get along, they work together, sometimes begrudgingly, but not like Duke and Dwight. Like, we really just don't like each other, and I like that aspect too. And the fact that Vince is kind of like this grandfather, and Dave is the quirky uncle, and that's how I've tried to relate to everything character-wise.
Yeah. And what am I? I'm like your younger brother, or your older brother? You think of me as a younger brother?
I'm older than you.
I think of you as a younger brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the younger big brother?
Yeah, like my younger brother with a pituitary gland problem, so like a thyroid issue.
I haven't got surgery yet.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. No, but it is all really family. The guard this year shows us this whole other side of Haven that's been hinted at in a little bit of season 2, but it does really. How do I say stuff without saying stuff?
I know. It takes off.
Just say the stuff.
Yeah. Just say the stuff.
Yes.
It does. It's this whole other piece of the puzzle that we've been waiting for. But then it seems like a big reveal and all sorts of neat answers. But yeah, then again, they just raise way more questions. Something more dangerous in town, I guess. We had some. We had the Rev and some factions in Haven, and so this is another point of view to look at the troubles.
And what slightly confused me about Nathan becoming initiated is it happened slightly before his relationship with Audrey progressed. So he's already declaring his love, but also my concern is Audrey didn't really need protection, so I didn't quite understand why he would feel the need.
Audrey didn't need protection?
Well, she's so strong, even though she was kidnapped. But I still see her as an incredibly strong character.
Right, she is,
yes.
absolutely. So I guess to answer that question, and with my small brain, Nathan would, regardless of whether she needs it or not, he would feel like giving it to her, and especially when it comes to that nefarious creature over there, Mr. Balfour, who plays Duke, it just goes super deep for Nathan. He does not, as much as he loves the guy on one hand and is like a brother. What are you doing? Huh?
You're a nefarious creature.
He's talking about nefariousness and your relationship to it.
You love me.
I was saying as much as I love
me.
I gotta go back. Okay.
I do.
It's getting misty now.
I know.
There was some rumors in San Diego.
And those rumors will just be much worse after New York and Toronto. It's just all going. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
So that leads to a good question, because the show is very intense. You guys, there's a lot of glaring and scowling at times.
Yeah.
But obviously the atmosphere on set seems like it's
Yeah.
a lot lighter than that. So what's it like on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's it is ridiculous to do these intense scenes where we're talking about things that we have no clue what they mean, and supreme ultimate hatred and mistrust and suspicion of each other, and then they say cut and we're immediately making really really lame fart jokes and like behaving like 6-year-olds for the most part, but that's just how we roll. I don't know. It's silly, but it's dress up, and it's a blast. Like, we really do have a stupid good time.
Yeah. I mean, the crew, lighting everybody. You just take certain moments and you go, man, we're getting paid to do this.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Yeah. Live in Nova Scotia and have fun with a bunch of people that
you would hang out with if you didn't have to.
I don't know if it's just one of those serendipity that everybody landed in the same spot. I don't know, but it's just it's a fun place to be and work.
Yeah. And I mean, Adam said over there, like, we don't, none of us, well, no, now I'm going to screw up your quote.
It's okay.
He was like, but, you can't take this ourselves too seriously. At the end of the day, we're telling stories and getting to play dress up in a grand way. But that being said, we all, we do take our jobs very seriously, our work very seriously. But I guess maybe we all kind of work in a similar way, which is not necessarily being the like brooding method actor that like can't look at anyone for but we enjoy ourselves, but then, as evidenced by Mr. Balfour, that nefarious creature over there, knocking it out of the park over and over again. I mean, when we need to do the dramatic stuff, like, it's a talented bunch of people I'm working with.